Today is the 12th, Tuesday. Had a great day, great morning. To view the post on Restream. Yes, I do want to view the post. Trying out a new system.
Had a great day, great morning.
Yeah, definitely don't want to do that. So I got my computer hooked up to the system, and it allows me to go live on a couple of different platforms at once. I'm all about technology, how to use it, how to utilize it to best, scale, grow, automate things when I can. So, but the process is kind of challenging, right? Because the comments aren't easy. So, if you do comment, if I don't answer you here, blame it on my head, not my heart. But I definitely want to comment and engage with you all as I continue to add value, come on live, show up, encourage you, motivate you, inspire you to just live your best, become a champion in every area of your life. So today, I kind of want to talk, discuss, communicate. Christopher, what's up, baby? On how I can serve you in one of these things that really helped me out. And this is like a cheat code. And I don't necessarily play football anymore, but it was like my secret sauce when I played. Now I utilize it in my business, I utilize it in my fitness, in my relationships, in every area of my life. And I think I want to share it with you today because I see so many people not using this, and it really is affecting you and holding you back. And I saw a podcast the other day, and the question was asked, like, what's the number one thing that's holding you back? And I would ask you the number one thing that's holding you back. Like, what would you answer? Would it be finances? Would it be your family? Would it be capital? Would it be people? Whatever that thing you think it is holding you back. A lot of us, it's a lot of different things. But for me, the number one thing that's really holding us back is our story and the story that we're telling ourselves. And we have been so conditioned to tell ourselves a story to make it make sense. And that story to make it make sense sometimes leaves us in our comfort zone, sometimes leaves us in a position where we are affected by our limited beliefs. We are affected by our fears. We are affected by how negative we are to ourselves and how much we discount ourselves and our ability to be great and our ability to figure it out and our ability to show up and our ability to really serve people and help them come from where they're at in pain to where they want to be in an outcome where they're desirable and they're fulfilled and they're happy. So, and the story that we tell ourselves, we have to really figure out where it comes from and really uncover like what is the true meaning behind why we tell ourselves that story. Because we got to be so careful on these stories that we tell ourselves because they really affect us more than we think. I can give you an example. One, I'm growing up as a kid. My father, he was an amazing man. He was a military man, Vietnam war veteran, and he would ask me questions, and I would, of course, I'm a kid, right? So I would lie, and he would just look at me, and he wouldn't tell me I'm lying. He wouldn't yell and scream. He would just say to me, "Son, if you lie to yourself, who can you trust?" And I'm just like, I'm telling the truth. You know, when someone's lying, they think they're telling the truth, they get even louder, right? But that like now makes total sense, right? Because if you lie to yourself about the story that you're sharing with yourself, or you lie to yourself about this feedback that you're giving yourself, it's very hard for you to be authentic and honest with the actual world. So you definitely have to be truthful with yourself. But more important than that, fast forward, I can remember in college, I had got a scholarship. So now I'm playing football, my education getting paid for me. So that burden, that relief is gone. And I got named the starter. So lost like 20 pounds when off season, was in great shape, and was out there balling. But I had this thing at middle linebacker. I missed a bunch of tackles because I wanted so bad to do well that I was just so anxious. And in my mind, just because of conditioning, because of the story that I told myself, because of the last coach and how I let him affect me, and Brackett, if you miss a tackle, you're getting pulled out. So you'll be expected to do 4 plays, but if you mess up on the first play, he'll pull you out. So I just always telling myself when I was out there, don't mess up, don't mess up, don't mess up. So my coach now, Coach Channel, very good friends with. He's definitely gonna turn records around. If you don't believe me, just watch. But he sees me in the hallway, and I'm just like I damn near wanted to go the other way because I just missed like 5 tackles this practice, and I'm like, damn, he about to pull me, like I ain't gonna be the starter no more. And he comes up to me and he asks me like, yo, Gary, what's going on? He's like, come here for a second. So he pulls me over to like a room. He was like, because at this time I was a captain and I was a starter. He was like, yo, what's going on? I was like, I'm good, man. Just had a rough day. He was like, I understand, but let me ask you something. What are you thinking when you're out there? And I was like, yo, I don't want to mess up. I don't want to make a mistake. He's like, seriously? Like, that's what you're thinking when you're out there? I'm like, yeah. And a lot of us think of that like in our lives. Like, we just think about the bad things that can happen. We think about the obstacles. We think about the challenges. And he was like, nah. He's like, go out there and think about every play is going to be your play. Every tackle, you're going to make it. You're going to cause a fumble. Every pass play is going to be an interception. Lock in and think that you're going to go out there and be great. And that's why we practice. We practice so you can have that confidence that you go out there on game day or doing practice and really let loose. And just shifting my mindset from I don't want to make a mistake to I'm going to go out there and make every tackle. Like, that was the difference of me playing and barely starting to be me being an MVP on my team, being in the Rutgers Hall of Fame, and me having an NFL career. And I wasn't any stronger. I wasn't any faster. None of those things exist. The only thing that happened to me was because I started thinking better. And I started affirming to myself that I wanted to go out there and make plays as opposed to thinking that I was going out there and make a mistake. And I think in our lives, in our business, we do the same thing. Like, when we say I am, that's the most powerful statement we can make. So if I am not good at math, I am not a good leader, I am not a good speaker, all those things that we said after I am, we really think inside of our heads. So yeah, we're not going to be good at math. We tell ourselves we're not going to be good at math. We're not going to be a good morning person. I am not a morning person. Says who? Like, you can be whatever you want to be. So I think the biggest opportunity for us is to stop telling ourselves and start limiting ourselves and what we aren't. Right? And start really believing that, yo, we could figure it out. Maybe I'm not good at math now, but I could figure it out. Maybe not. I'm not a morning person, but I can, every morning wake up 30 minutes earlier and start priming myself and have a good routines to start figuring it out. Because this whole notion that, hey, I'm a this profile or I get labeled as such thing, that's great. But at the end of the day, when you're a business owner, when you're an entrepreneur, you got to be whatever it is you need to be in order to get the desirable outcome that you want to have. So just stop limiting ourselves, stop putting these beliefs on ourselves and not telling ourselves what we are and what we aren't. The possibilities are endless, but it all begins with you and your mind and how you think about it. So I just want to encourage someone right now that if you're thinking I don't, or you're using any type of this negative self-talk, you just got to stop it. You got to quit it. And I say this a lot of times when I'm speaking, but if we would speak to our friends the same way that we speak to ourselves, we wouldn't have any friends. Like, none of our friends will put up with some of this negative stuff that we tell ourselves. None of our friends will believe these limited beliefs that we share about ourselves. So I think our biggest opportunity, especially when you're in a position to have a team, to have other people, like, the bottleneck in any business is going to be the leader. And as a leader, a lot of times people think, all right, how we're going to build our team. Well, how you build any team is to first build a leader. Because the speed of the leader determines the rate of the pack. And if you want to be a better leader, if you want to be in a better position to have a better team, you got to rise your expectations, rise your standards for yourself. And as you rise your standards for yourself, right, rising tides will lift all boats. Everyone else will come up to your level, and that new temperature will be set inside of your organization. However, if your standards are low and your ability to lead is low and you're not doing anything to solve that, no one else is going to jump above that. You're not going to have a 8, 9 as an organization when you're a 5, 6 as a leader. So as a leader, we have a huge opportunity to show up consistently every single day to positively affirm who we are and who we want to become inside of our business. Because as we do that, right, that's only going to help us become more favorable in our workforce's eyes, and they're gonna want to run through a wall for us. I've got coached by some Hall of Fame coaches, Coach Dungy, and one of the things people were like asked me like, why was he so special? And he was a man of very little words, but he was consistent. We knew what he stood for. We knew he believed what he stood for, and he had conviction about himself. Constantly learning, constantly growing, constantly challenging the narrative of what a black coach, what an African American coach can achieve inside of the NFL. And he was the first African American coach to win a Super Bowl, and it's because of those convictions, because of those beliefs. And what was so powerful, not only was because he was African American, and he gets a lot of credit for that, but because how he did it. He didn't yell, he didn't scream, he didn't dog cuss you, he didn't do any of those things. He didn't even have his coaches at the office for 80, 100 hours a week. He led like a man that was godly. He led like a man that had empathy. He led with a man that was courageous and that had convictions. And anytime you see an organization, I know how far they're going to go based on the level of the leadership. So if you're a leader, and we all are leaders, and maybe you don't have a business, maybe your business is yourself, or maybe your business is your small family, this message should still resonate. And we all have opportunities to become better. And we are one decisions away from making that choice. And it's about, when are you going to get tired of living average? When are you going to get tired of being inside of your comfort zone? When are you going to get tired of just having just enough and really make a decision that, I'm going to live the rest of my life like a champion. And I'm going to show up every single day, and I'm going to reaffirm and tell myself stories that no longer hurt me, no longer hinder me, that stories that serve me and that tell me about the possibilities that are available in my life if I believe, if I take the necessary steps. So I hope this resonated with you today. I hope this uplifted you today. My goal in my life and my business at Champ Builders, we help small business owners put systems inside their business. But a lot of them got systems, but I really just encourage them to be better, to be leaders inside their business and their personal lives, because it all goes together. And as they do that, they're able to make more money because they have more purpose, they have more clarity about what they do, and they also are able to find more hours to be fulfilled and do the things that they really love, because people are going to follow them. They create systems inside their business, they have organization, they have structure, and now they have a leader and someone that's inspiring and someone that people want to like run through a wall for, and I think that kind of helps them inside the organization. So obviously, if you're a small business owner, you want to help, you want talk, you can reach out to us. Champ CEO is our website that we kind of talk to our small business owners. But for everyone else, decide. Stop saying tomorrow. Stop putting it off. Stop making excuses. Stop thinking someone else is going to save you. None of that is possible. Like you are responsible for your own life. It's time for you to take that responsibility seriously. It's time for you to show up for yourself. For yourself. The best way you can help others is to show up for yourself. And if you do that today and every other day, I promise you, like, the life that you want, the life that you want to achieve, the life that you want to be successful, the life that you want to obtain is like right there in your grasp. And the difference between like those that have it and those that aren't is just them believing in themselves, them showing up every single day. So that's what I got for you today, man. If you have any questions, comments, please let me know. Drop your email, probably wherever platform you're on. If you could DM me your email, I'm going to send you a notification or put on a notification, because we're going to have a business breakthrough seminar coming up soon, possibly next week. And I'm going to give you an alert when it comes through, and you're going to be able to ask questions. You're going to be able to like chime in. We're probably going to bring someone on and kind of do some type of Q&A and kind of help somebody have that breakthrough moment in their lives, because let's be honest, as we get to a certain age, we're pretty much stuck in our thought patterns. And if we don't challenge those thought patterns, if we don't start having new beliefs, and we don't start like reframing the stories that we're telling ourselves, we're going to be exactly where we're at right now. And if you love where you're at and you're satisfied, congratulations. You won, my friend. There's nothing else for you to do. But if you're someone that wants a little bit more out of life, you're someone who thinks you got something a little bit better inside of yourself for you, for your family, then I want you to continue to tap in, man, because my goal is to create more leaders and less followers, and I believe in you. All right? So y'all go out there and win the day. Share this with a friend. Share this with someone who you think needs to hear this. Let's continue to encourage each other, motivate each other, because at the end of the day, we all we got. All right, man. Y'all have a great day. We'll talk soon.